All right, everybody, come in, come in. Look forward to you all coming in as you are. Will you please hit the screen with your likes and comment, something positive, uplifting. If that is a part of your nature, that's what you do, because some people, unfortunately, are professional trudges. Those of y'all that's coming in on Facebook, what's going on? If you would, invite some people, let them know. We're on both pages. We're on King Hulk, and we're also on Michael Coleman. Whew, good to be back. Good to be back. Good to be back. Good to be back. And I am as careful as I possibly can be without, not being myself, making sure that I don't get banned again on none of my channels. Of course, on TikTok, they, had a problem with me. Still do until Sunday. 7 to 2 Louis Vuitton bags. So I've done some 1-minute commercials about them. I will upload them on each one of my platforms, IG. I will upload them also on Facebook, on both pages, and also I'll be uploading them on TikTok, which on one page is already uploaded. So I got to upload it on this one, and of course with all the other videos. And then also, if you would like to just kind of deal with all things that we are now featuring and selling, you can go to the KH50, KH50, and the word platinum. So KH50, then hit the space bar, and then put in the word platinum. So KH50 is all one word. KH50, KH, and then the number 50. Hit the space bar, and then spell out the word platinum. It is a private group. You can go in there, and a lot of our clothes and things that we sell is in there, okay? You be able to go in there and be able to look at some of the bags, look at some of the clothing that we do have and that we offer. I try to keep it uploaded on a monthly basis, sometimes every other week. Some of these videos that you see me doing, I will be trying to upload it to that also. That way you can be able to look at the purse again as much as you want. But even on these pages, these uploads are there. They're going to be there. And anytime you want to go back, what I suggest you to do, if I featured this polka dot Louis Vuitton purse, right? Just take a screenshot of it, hit me in Messenger, and say, hey, I like their bag, or I like the other Louis Vuitton brown, beige, and a brown bag. Screenshot it. Okay, and then, or you can just take the video, because it's a 1-minute video, you can literally just upload it to the messenger and say, hey, how much is this bag right here? And I'll go ahead and go over the information with you and for you, and then also tell you what it is, the shipping price of that way you can be able to get it. If you order now, you still have time to get it before Christmas. You have until actually the first week of December of anything you see to order, and we can try to quickly get it shipped from the warehouse over to you, to your house before Christmas, all right? Hey, kind of want to share some things with you, a couple of things. I'm kind of trying not to be all over the place, but a couple of things that I think is important. One of them is stop trying to prove to other people who you are. If you say that you are a dog, then bark and be a dog, period. If you say you're a cat, meow and be a cat. Everybody ain't got to accept it. And here's what I'm doing. I'm cutting folk off, friends and not associates, acquaintances, people I've been knowing for a while, even family members, that keep on trying to challenge me being who I am because they're not really confident in being who they are. Now, I understand when you're trying to make sure I ain't going too way off and I ain't into some fairyland. I ain't trying to, be Superman and fly like a bird and all that kind of stuff. I got that. But if I'm saying to you that I'm going to be a doctor one day and I'm in the process, now I'm no closer to being one at this moment. I am a doctor, but I do have a doctor's degree, should I say, in theology. But let's say I was trying to get my doctor's degree. And at that time, like I was before, I hadn't yet even got my bachelor's. What you don't need is someone around you telling me, man, stop calling yourself doc. Stop trying to go become a doctor. You need to be something else, man. That's going to be too hard. See, people like that, I don't care if it's your mom. I know this is going to be hard, but you got to learn, you have to learn that it's okay to cut folk off. Like, really, seriously. Sad to say, you're not going to be able to travel through life with everybody. And you don't want to be mean. So even like I've done with a couple of people that's in my life that really was really close to me and really tight, even stood in front of some situations for some of them, to preserve what we had built, I went on ahead and paused it where we started having too many conflicts. And I just kind of went on ahead and said, hey, we're going to always meet here once a year, twice a year, have all the memories and fun, But after I get through having those memories and fun for that moment or second with you, twice a year, whatever, the rest of my life has to live where I'm at. And I'm bold enough to tell them where I'm at, I'm not bringing you. Because I cannot continue this whole narrative that I got to convince you of every move I'm making. One thing to be able to help guide, to help instruct, to help advise. But when you keep questioning, the Bible says this, be careful of certain people who ask you questions repeatedly, because some folk are trying to stir up strife. I mean, some people already know the answer to the question they're asking you. They just want to keep the business going. They just want to keep the pot. You know what I'm saying? So please, ladies, you know you're a woman. You know you're successful. You know you're beautiful. You know you have an entrepreneurship in you. You know you're a boss chick. Stop trying to prove that to everyone. And when people challenge you, what makes you a boss chick? Okay, I'll explain it to you one time. And I'll probably do it the second time even slower than I did the first time, just in case you was on that other counter bus. You know, the special one. But after that, you don't get no 3 or 4 times explanation from me. And I really don't give a damn if you don't believe it or if you're not convinced, because the last time I checked, you're not the one living it. Right? Had somebody today once again try to challenge. Why King? What you going by King? What you going by your name for? It's the name my mama named. Okay. Here's what I asked him. Do you know the meaning of your name? Yes. Are you living up to that name? So if your name has meaning, are you living up to it? And when she told me what her name meant, I said, you're not living up to it because your name means hospitality. And it's not hospitable to challenge another person by what name they give you. Now, I told you what my government name was, and I told you why I don't want nobody calling me that. Everybody calls me this right here, or there's going to be a cash app attached to this right here. Understand something, y'all. When you want to call me Michael, you will put Dr. Michael Coleman, and then we're going to go into a counseling session. If we want to play the game, I ain't calling you King, I'm going to call you Michael. You're not going to disrespect that, because I do have a prefix before my name, DR, and I have a suffix at the back of it that is DMIN for doctors in ministry. So we're not even going to play that. If we're going to play that, then we're going to go ahead and not go into charging. And I don't mind charging you for my time. I really don't. If you can afford it, it's $150 an hour. And if we do less than an hour, we don't get a discount. We do more than an hour, it goes into the next ticket of the 150. The 150 goes for 1 minute or 60 minutes. Now, all of a sudden, the narrative changed. Well, until you prove to me that you are who you say you are, or until I see some king qualities, I'm going to tell you how you, first of all, see a king quality. You see the king that got quality. I'm definitely something that you ain't never seen before or interacted before, because every woman tells me something about me intrigues them that they want to talk to me. Even the ones who read my profile and 1,000% is totally against it, part number 2 of my conversation, is why would you know what my profile says about who I am? You don't agree with it at all. If I asked you even if you wanted to try and do any of it, your answer's already no. But it's something about me yet where you still need to talk to me or hear my voice or find out if I'm real, and you're intrigued by it. We kind of talked about it today when we were working out. There's 2 things that people are going to be attracted to. And listen to me very closely. 1 is going to be the spirit of disgust, or 2 is going to be the spirit of their soul being impacted by change. Truth always impacts the soul. Truth does not deal with the flesh. Listen to this. Lesson number 1. Truth never deals with the flesh. So when somebody knows that you have spoken truth, either in your profile or in your introduction, it hits their soul, and that's why they gravitate to you, because people honestly want to be able to live in truth, right? The other thing that attracts people to people, and I know we don't want to deal with it on this side, is disgust. Things that are disgusting. Things that belittle. Things that are not up to par. For some reason, we are attracted like moths are to a light to things that are very disgusting. We know the man is lying. We pick up on all the signs, but we just can't stop talking to him. He done fulfilled some of the dangerous stuff that we know he had the ability to do. But some of you women can't just get up and leave. You don't know how to put them out. You don't know how to grab you and your child. All these excuses come up about it's hard out here, and if I leave, I'm going to struggle. Would you rather, let me ask you a question. How was you before he showed up? And if he's in your life properly, he shouldn't have never put you so far in situations to where you couldn't live without him in the first place. Because I promise you, boo, let me unrewind your mind. You was living very well without that nigga before he showed up and started doing these things in your life that has now caused you to feel like you're a prisoner in your own damn home. So either you're going to be drawn to the disgust for whatever the reason, that's the flesh, okay? Understand, the flesh loves it as nasty, as weird, as crazy as it can get, because there's no good thing in your flesh. I don't care how good of a person you are in your character. Your flesh has cravings and drivings that sometimes drives you beyond your own principles and standards. That's what we call mistakes and oops. And also, going back to point one, is when it hears the truth, it goes beyond your flesh, and your flesh is like, but your soul is like, oh, finally, someone's telling the truth. So I asked woman, I said, what is it about me, since you know how I am, my profile speaks it very, very, very detailed, but you still wanted me to exchange numbers, you still want to interact? It's because you spoke so with so much confidence about what it is you do. I'm trying to figure out what is it about him, right? Because it was truth that hit your soul. So it's no longer really your flesh that desires to be in the presence. It's your soul hungry for the truth. So let's go ahead and deal with your soul more than we do with your flesh. And sometimes me feeding the soul, the flesh doesn't know how to be compliant, so it goes anti, because the soul and the flesh are enemies to one another. You dig? So now, if it's something disgusting, and we start talking about pics and penis pics and coochie pics and all that, all of a sudden you went beyond being intrigued in your soul to now being stroked in your flesh. Now all of a sudden, the very same person that you're going to say no to and say that you don't want to do what it is that that person does. Talking about me. I ain't talking about nobody else. Everything else I want from the disgust side or the flesh side that you normally wouldn't do with anyone else, you find yourself doing. You find yourself talking it. You find yourself looking at it. You find yourself sending it. Well, hell, if I was to send a ticket, which I ain't gonna ever do, or if I was to come to where you at, which I might not do, or have you to come to where I'm at, which is most likely going to be done, then guess what? All that no to what I'm asking you, will you be a part of? That's not even factored. Because now you get a chance to stand in the presence of the disgust. Because we supposed to do some stuff very disgusting, whatever. And there's no to it. You all game for that. But how can you be so game for the disgust, the stuff that pleases your flesh, but you don't really have a hunger for the thing that impacted your soul? Same man that told the truth, that intrigued your soul, same man that tickles your flesh and speaks what your flesh likes, that can get your flesh, but I can't feed your soul? So now what does that say about you? That maybe some of the standards that you want men to keep upholding, you have a hard time upholding yourself. Doesn't make you a bad person, right? Doesn't make that man a bad person either. So I want you to kind of start seeing some of these men that you have turned down and said that they disgusted you in their conversation, blah, 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 blah. It was only until they stopped intriguing you that you felt that way about them. But those that intrigues you, those that has captured an interest in you, ain't it amazing that either way that they go, you still intrigued? Now you might not agree, you still ain't gonna do what is in the profile, but you're willing to do the person, or you're willing to hear from the person. Ain't that amazing? Something to think about. Let's see some of these comments. You talking grown conversation, I really can't understand what you're saying is making me think deep. Well, thank you. Because and that's why I know the only kind of people that I can really be around is folk that want to understand. Get this understanding. I'm not trying to change your belief, your lifestyle, your walk, your religion. You've been doing that well for all these years before I met you. Keep doing it, boo. But what I'm trying to do is enlighten, enhance, and bring a greater perspective, not a new perspective. Because what I'm saying has been around just as long as what you've been believing. It just ain't nobody been man enough or woman enough to teach it. I just had a lady this while ago, Hope, tried her damnedest to try to cuss me out. She said, why do you adjust yourself? Why are you always scratching? Now, this is scratching. This is adjusting. Why are you always adjusting yourself? You ain't got no boxes and drawers on? Why am I always adjusting myself? I ain't got no boxes and drawers on. Nigga, I got Versace. I got custom-made drawers on. What the hell are you talking about? And I had to tell the poor young lady before she called herself trying to say, you must got herpes, you must got crabs. I guess she called herself trying to. Now, it's amazing I got herpes and crabs when I don't want to pay for her damn meal. That's where it all kind of started. I said, no, I got something bigger than 3 inches that sometimes it hangs down there and it gets out my drawers and I'm trying to put it back in there. Since you want to ask me, let me tell you why I make adjustments. You ain't never been with a nigga past 3 inches. Boo, this is way past 3 inches. And it ain't even hard. So must you really find out? You can. Oh, so you want me to give up the coop, but you ain't willing to take me out? I said, because a meal and coochie don't match. What matches a meal and penis. That don't match either, do it. No. As a meal and penis don't match and a meal and coochie don't match, then why is it that every time a man asks you for coochie, you want to try to get a bag out of it? You want to try to get money out of it? You want to try to get a meal out of it? Last time I checked, coochie and penis match. Belly and food match. I told her I ain't hungry, so I don't need to go to a restaurant to fill my stomach. But I am horny. What you talking about? So now all of a sudden I got to be this long list of herpes, crabs, nigga. I'm like, you know what? And then she did the most rudest thing that a grown person shows me how grown you really are not, is when you can cordially say hello. But just because we disagree in something, don't mean you got to be a child and hang up in a grown man's face. I would never hang up in anyone's face. One, because it doesn't prove anything, but you're childish. That you don't know how to handle conflict and you really don't know how to handle no. All I told her was, no, I will not take you out. No, I will not feed you. I will meet with you and you talk, I talk. I listen, you listen. We go out both ways and then I consider the next thing we do after that. You can't do it over a meal. I'm not hungry. I want to hear some information. I don't know if your breath stinks. I need to smell it. I need you to sit somewhere for like 10 to 15 minutes, get up, go to the bathroom, and then we check to see if your pH level's off. Sniff to see. I need to know what level of conversation you have. Look at me in my eyes, because everybody got big cojones on this phone and on this internet and on this platform. But let's see if you bring that same energy eye to eye. What they got to do with me taking you to a steak place where we're not going to talk? 'Cause I promise you, when I go to a restaurant, I don't conversate at a restaurant. I dine and eat at a restaurant. Think about how many times you was able to really, one, either enjoy the meal or two, enjoy the conversation at a restaurant. Something's about to suffer because you're really not supposed to use the restaurant as a place of talking because you're eating. And our parents taught us you don't talk with your mouth full. But somebody made you feel like to have some kind of value of yourself, the nigga need to take you out to dinner to get to know you. I don't need to know your appetite until I know how you can communicate. Here's what men equate it. Like you women equate your coochie to not going out with one another. We equate that dinner to not going out either. Let's talk. Let's meet in a neutral place, library somewhere that we can have a meeting room, the damn park downtown, and let's sit down and talk. And then as we're talking and getting to know one another, then we can find out, am I worth the coochie? Are you worth the dinner? See, once again, people have not been taught how to properly date. So you got all of these weirdos and weird concepts of how to we don't even know how to properly hold a conversation. I don't know why me adjusting myself has to equate to me having herpes or having crabs. When me adjusting myself versus scratching, it'd be different. I'm on camera scratching and itching. Y'all ain't never seen that. If I'm moving my leg and the third leg is moving and I don't like what I'm going to, it ain't no different when y'all women adjust your breast in your bra. Do you got breast cancer? No. Do you have lumps? No. You just got big old titties that need to be adjusted in that tight bra. I got custom drawers on that ain't really built to sit up here and handle all of this. So I gotta sometimes, and custom means I gotta sometimes make adjustments in the drawers. Until then, I gotta make adjustments in my pants. Is that okay, y'all? Everything is clear and clean over here. Trust me, I promise you. You just ain't never had a man can't adjust himself. I got you. Like you ain't never had a man to talk with confidence. Damn, am I really the first of everything that some of y'all like? Because that's what it seemed like. So she hung up, and it's amazing. She's the one that's been calling me to try to get me to take her out to dinner. Why? I don't even like your conversation by phone. And I don't feed my enemies. I just don't. So I figured I'd just go ahead and put it to the test and keep talking. And when I corrected her on something, the real her came out. That leads me to point number 3. Ladies, please. You want us to be transparent, open, and real about everything we want from you and tell you? Be honest about what it is you want from us. And when we tell you that we are not, I had to tell another person that today. I said, you know what? I gave a scenario of something. Boom, 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 boom. And she said, well, how much are you willing to invest in me? I said, here in Oklahoma, everything. Where you live, not a damn thing. Huh? Well, my kids are in school. Okay, we have schools here in Oklahoma also. I don't want to pull my kids out, but until you're ready to pull them out, then we need to keep the relationship what it is. It's cordial. I mean, you wouldn't sit up here and send no money down here to help out. Am I using anything down there? Do I use the lights? No. Water? No. Pillow? No. Mattress? No. Air? No. Walk on your carpet? No. Go through your door? No. Do I do anything down there yet? No. Then the answer is, hell no. Ladies, have we gotten to a place in life where the woman now can only see the man as a come up because you haven't really seen a man in a while? So because these niggas won't be men, you're not going to take full advantage of whatever they are. Before they either get frustrated, you get frustrated, and then you can leave saying you got something out of it. Is that what we perpetuating to every relationship and every encounter that we have with somebody? Because if so, it's the reason why black culture is dying in relationships. That's why we are the #1 failures of being able, as a cultured people, to get together and stay together. That's why majority of the divorces and breakups happens in our communities, people of color, more than any other color in the United States. And that's sad that we hold the record when we're the tribal people, Indian and African, that always collectively was able to come together and stay together as a force to be reckoned with. And somehow and somewhere, we have bought into this thing to where we can't even be together more than 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years. Hell, some of us can't even be together 6 days. I've met so many people that couldn't even make it in 7 days as a couple. And I'm like, whoa, what happened? Man, about the 3rd or 4th day, the real her came out. Well, who did you meet day one? That's what I was trying to figure out. Who the hell was this chick who showed up on day 5? When I asked her, I said, he's claiming to say that Like a whole new you popped up out of nowhere around the 4th or 5th day. Like, what? Well, you know, I didn't know if I should, and I'm glad I didn't show him who I was right off the bat, because he didn't show me who he was. So both of y'all was hiding. See that thing about I don't show people who I am all the way up front? You see how that works against that? Because whenever you decide to show the rest of you, it ain't gonna go well, ladies and gentlemen. Stop doing that. That does not, I don't know who told you and us that works, that don't work. The statistics and the numbers, go ask another counselor. Don't believe me then. I only got 30 years in doing this. Go find some, that don't work. You got to lay your cards on the table while the damn game is in progress. All players at the table. You need to be, he need to be straight up and you need to be straight up. Or leave this thing called relationship alone. Because it keeps perpetuating this breakup and it ain't really looking good for us. It just really ain't. And I want to see people in love. I want to see people finding love. I want to see people happy about what they're doing. All of this, finding somebody this week and they gone next week, we got to stop that. Got to stop that. And then my final thing that I can hopefully help and encourage y'all with is this whole notion of what you say you can't do. Let me tell y'all something. I just share with you. So I got some people in every kind of movement or culture, and that's why I'm so diverse in conversation of talking about pretty much anything that's on planet Earth. And I purposely have certain people involved in certain movements, whatever that movement might be, to kind of come back and give me the information about what's really talked about. Why men keep choosing these weak women? I mean, I don't understand the take care of part. I was married too long, I guess. No, you weren't married too long. It's just that you got married at the right time. And marriage, we take care of one another. These niggas ain't married. These niggas are trying to get taken care of without the full commitment to the marriage. To marriage. We're still in dating stage and you want me to take care of your lights, water, and gas. But nigga, who was doing that before I showed up? Here we go again. Let me go back on this too. Why do y'all keep letting men move in with you all? Why? Hey, stop that. Wake up. Well, he didn't have a place before. If he don't have a place, he don't have a job, he don't have transportation in the high-low, he's not ready for a relationship because he can't even take care of himself. Now, he had those things, you got together, life happened. Then you hold him down, got you. But how do you hold down a nigga at hello when you probably ain't the reason why he lost it? His damn baby mama or the damn baby daddy is why she needs you to come in, because this nigga done set up here and ran up the electric by playing Call of Duty all damn night long with the AC on to keep the box from getting too hot. Then he bounces when the electric bill comes out, and the new nigga got to be responsible. Baby, what? I don't even know how to ask this. What? My electric bill is about to get cut off, and I don't understand what's going on. So I'm an intelligent nigga, plus I got my own place, and I know that they don't turn the electric bill off in 30 days. Lies. They don't even turn the electric bill off in 40 days. It goes into the next month, and right before the second bill is due, going into the third bill being created, that's when you get the 48-hour cutoff notice. So you don't have a month and a half to come up with the $300. I just met you a half a month ago. So that a whole month prior, where the nigga at to help run up this bill? I'll wait. Now, you want to equate my manhood and my kingly and me being who I am if I'm going to break you off 150 or 300. I ain't asking for all of them. Can you at least give me 150 or $50 on it, $150? So, no. But you say you want to talk to me? Yes, I want to talk to you from half a month on, not a month and a half that I had nothing to do with. So from a half a month on, whatever I accumulated in a bill, oh, I ain't been to your house. All of our meetings have either been to the damn restaurant or you came over to my place. Matter of fact, my light bill is out. That I had to turn on the AC a little bit cooler for you. Had to make sure things was cleaned up a little bit. So I had my cleaning lady come in the extra day. Had to make sure I buy toiletries and all this other stuff. When you over there, you ain't got to worry about ripping off a piece of paper towel because I ain't got no tissue. Make sure all that. So, oh, here's my receipt for what you did at my house. Oh, now I'm wrong. But I ain't did a damn, I don't even, the address you gave me, I ain't even say because I ain't even GPS'd it. I wasn't even coming. I was just making sure you live somewhere. But I'm supposed to break off a 150 for you? Really? And now I'm a no good such and such because I don't? But if I ask for that coupe, I'm wrong. You want the coochie, but you don't want to break no money off. So we're prostituting now. The last time I found out that when you gotta sell it or ask money for it, that's what you are. Because the last time I checked, as royal as you're trying to make your vessel, so is mine. And actually, if you really want to be technical, ladies, mine is more valuable because the seed don't come from you. It comes from me. That son is getting ready to go and play high school football, get a 4-year scholarship at a D1 college, just turn back around and end up going off to some NFL place and make sure that mom and daddy, or either mama taking care of because they always want to forget about daddy, came from me. Hello? So you carried it, but I planted it. And without a seed, that you can have ground all day long, but without a seed, there cannot be no harvest. Hello? So we do need one another, but don't get it twisted. Neither one of us, if you really want to be technical about it, is more valuable than the other, because I still ain't seen a seed without ground produce a harvest either. So let's go ahead and equal it out. Yours and mine equal. What they got to do with money? I'll wait. So bringing me to this point and I'm done. So ladies, I got people in different places. And one of the places I got some people in is in that place. And they come back and told me that the men are now saying they're getting ready to not be down low, but disgusting men. See, the down low man was the man who was in the relationship, was normal, and then some things happened or some things came out or some things was relived, and then boom. The disgusting man goes into the situation and already know that he's not trying to be there for the relationship of the woman. He's there for the convenience. And the convenience is taxes, bigger house, more income, and eye candy. You're going to kind of notice this because as you women have been hollering and screaming about, they're going to be so emotionally attached to you, mentally attached, psychophilia, sexophilia, whatever the damn word is, wanting to massage your thoughts. And when it really comes down time to be able to massage you, ain't supposed to happen. And if it does, it ain't going to happen like you think. Because they've already set out in the community that their whole purpose is for financial gain and being able to have a more support as a collective than as an individual. Now this is what they've already talked among themselves and they're still doing. And the reason why it's going to a disgusting and not a download is because they're coming in already that way. You won't know it until later. Because they're poised and silver fox look and suited and tooted and looking good, saying exactly what you want to hear, how you want to hear it, is the presentation they're giving because they've sat in rooms, because they're accepted to know exactly how your heart and your mind now is thinking. So their presentation is going to be disgusting in their revelation. When it's revealed who they really are, the disgust is going to be there. Because you're going to think to yourself, why in the hell did you not have a natural affection for me? But you came in my life and now have jeopardized my health and my ability to probably live free from certain things. All because of what again? Tax season's coming up, y'all. Tax season's coming up. You better be careful. That is the word that is out. So for all y'all that still don't want to subscribe and how I do it, let me tell you the last thing that was told to me that made it very disgusting, because you think that's disgusting. That ain't disgusting. That's called you getting played. This is what's disgusting. So they know that certain men are interested in you, or you're interested in certain types of men. So what they want to do is come into your life and take you off the market. So then when you're not in the market, you're not on the dating apps, you're not on social media, talking about you by yourself, they can go behind your back and get the nigga who was on his way to come and get you. Now that's the disgusting part. Because the nigga who's coming to get you can't get you now. So what they're trying to do is create a desperation of sexual frustration for the real niggas coming after a woman of your class. But because you're not available and you ain't giving us no play, now either we're going to have to end up dealing with something that we don't want to deal with, or now it becomes appeasing, because now when we're high and drunk and sitting at the hookah bar and talking boom, 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 things are happening. We're hearing things are happening. Non-voluntarily and voluntarily. So now this person is off the market for you, but for that community, it's another one added. One less more for you. So this is what I told them. Hope to tell you what I said today. I'm just to sit back and chill. Because what I've been telling y'all and what I've been asking some of y'all to do, it's about to, when that rubber hit the road and oh, it sounds sexy, oh, I'll just stay single because you're in your 30s. So you don't think you're going to stay single too long. Or because you're in your 40s, I'll just go ahead and stay single. Or because you're in your 50s, I'll just go. But when 55-ish and 60 hit you, and 70 becomes reality, you ain't going to be talking that talk. I promise you, you ain't going to be talking that talk. Because I don't know nobody who want to die by themselves. I don't care how many kids you got, grandkids you'll have, and all the people around your family. They're not your companion. That is not their job. That is not their job to fulfill that part. They can lay beside you in the bed, but they can't lay within your heart as a companion. I'm going to sit back. And those that I've been asking, the Bible's going to be true. Now, what I can tell y'all in the Bible that it says, and you ain't going to have to like it, but it's just the truth, is that the woman came to the man. So I've been coming to some of y'all and trying to offer you a different perspective of life and just ask you to open your brain about some stuff. You gave me a hard no, I respect that, I backed up, and I ain't got nothing else to say to you. Because actually the Bible says they going to come to the man begging him, will you do such and such and such? Yeah, that day is very, very close. And I'm just to be a balling winner. Because what's going to happen is some of these trickery, disgusting men get you pulled off, give you something that by law you have to now notify the next man. I'm going to hear it, and it's going to be a damn well hell no, hard no, because we're not going to play that over here. And if you decide to think that you can come over here and bring a package and we don't find out, everything goes to the doctor. Everybody do. And I read the report, not what you showed me in your my chart. I'm there because I got people everywhere. I told you I'm a real king. Play. Keep playing important people like we're not important. I like that. I really do like that. Because when you find out, you're going to be like, damn. And you know what I live for is the ah moment. See, I told you I'm kind of different, y'all. I live for toxicity. I love the most toxic, the most crazy kind of person. I love them. Because my profession, over 30-some plus years, is to always do problem solve and resolve. So I love it. I don't run from it. It don't burn no extra energy. It's really very informational for me. It teaches me how to be able to deal with all types. in all kinds of situations, right? So, in saying that, it's funny, but it ain't. Because with some people who don't do certain things as a profession, trying to tell the nigga, I don't cook at all. Look at these people dropping off. Go ahead and drop off, y'all. Yeah, because, you know, life sometimes has to be the more lesson teacher than me. I don't cook at all. Can't bake a pie, nothing. Can't stir water in the pot outside for survival myself. Now, I cook to survive for me as a bachelor when I was. I'm no longer a bachelor. So if they eat what I cook, it's going to be survival weight. Right? So when somebody's cooking, I never am in the kitchen looking over their shoulder, telling them what they need to add and what they need to take away from the cook, from the meal. Why are y'all telling the dude who's been doing this over 30 years as a profession and have taken care of my family, how the hell relationships are supposed to go, and you've been the people that's been coming to my couch? Yeah, folk who's in relationship. Like you. Yeah, woman and man. Coming to get the advice. So how you gonna tell me whether I'm right or wrong if you don't get paid to do this, and you don't do this on an everyday basis for over 30 years? I'll stay the dumb one in the room and let you be the smart one. I'm out. Let's see what here. Yeah, my brain is wide open and you put a lot there. I've been saying yeah, I took time to work myself. Okay, all right, okay. Yeah, but Denise, everyone, you know, we all made of flesh and blood, but we ain't all made of the same thing mentally. I pray that everything goes well. I'm just telling you, some things you just have to sit back and let it happen. What's going on, African elephant? What's up, baby? How you doing? All right. It's time to say goodbye for now. I'm up to scratching. When have y'all ever seen me do this? I mean, some of them immature things. When a woman is going and hurt, especially when she shoots so high and she falls so hard, she can become the most disrespectful piece of mouth on planet Earth. But I think it's sexy because it turned me on. Because all I can think about is the outcome of it if we was face to face. That ain't talking no more. Because that's what would happen. I tell y'all, when a person get to arguing and fighting, put that tongue out their throat. Unzip, lift them up in there, and spit them. Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. Now let me tell you another thing too. Some of y'all women, y'all been hitting me up. And y'all been throwing y'all shots and everything. Come on, King, come over here and get me up. I can handle yourself like that. I told you I'm very superficial. If your presentation on all your posts and all your pictures is not of excellence and you're not showing your best you, and you're not beautiful, appreciate you for your comment, but that's why you ain't getting no playback. Because I have a certain type of woman that I can only be with. And I'm not calling nobody ugly. I'm just saying there's some ugly folk in this world and I would never be one of them. Now y'all can hate me, talk bad about me, I don't give a damn. It's just, I'm trying to tell you, don't come up here. I don't bother y'all, don't bother me. Let's just keep it real social. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to be a blessing. Because then I'll be known as that dude that died and everybody talk bad about, oh, he talking bad about women. No, I'm telling women, stay in your place, I stay in my place. Stay in your lane, I stay in my lane. Stay at your height, I stay at my height. I am a full alpha male. Some of you all are fine on the outside and you ugly on the inside. Terrible. Terribly ugly. Leave me alone. I'm not the guy you can cuss out and hang up in my face and say all this kind of stupid stuff. It's not even necessary, because I don't do that to you. See, ladies, you know what kind of man you always dealt with. It's someone who cussed you out. So you now got a big L to say, I cussed King out. Yay. You know what somebody gonna tell you? You so stupid. You stupid. You cuss somebody out that's been blessed, that can be a blessing, that can help out. So, yeah, I think I talked about everything. I'm out of here. Yeah, okay. Boom, 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 boom. Look out for the uploads, y'all. I think I was dancing pretty good. Oh yeah, by the way.